Downtown LA by abortion rights activists who are opposed to overturning Roe versus Wade. Members of several groups are gathering outside the federal courthouse downtown. Protesters are calling on people to walk off their jobs Thursday in a stand against the draft opinion that may overturn the law. Both sides of the debate have sounded off on what could officially happen in a matter of weeks. Abortion rights advocates argue taking away a woman's constitutional right endangers their lives. Anti-abortion rights advocates counter the Constitution never granted women that right.
We are lucky to be here in California, but we aren't lucky if our sisters aren't lucky. If they think that women are going to hell for having an abortion, let's show them what hell is on earth.
We fundamentally feel that people in the womb are people. Like, these are actual human beings who are entitled to rights.
If the U.S. Supreme Court follows through on the draft opinion, as many as 26 states could outright ban the practice. California is working on becoming a sanctuary state. Now, there's already been a surge of abortions in California since Texas passed its abortion ban, and healthcare workers fear the number could spike even higher. CBS 2 Orange County reporter Michelle Gili is live in Santa Ana now with more. Michelle?
Well, Pat, Planned Parenthood of Orange and San Bernardino counties has been increasing access to abortions, and it has also created a new program for women who need to travel here to Southern California for care.
And I look back and I did take it for granted. I didn't even think about, oh, I might have a waiting period, or I might have to go to another state.
When Andrea Schmidt found out she was pregnant, she knew that access to an abortion wouldn't be a problem for her in California. But she's now focused on millions of other women in other states who aren't as fortunate. Some have strict abortion laws to navigate, and others are looking at an outright ban if Roe versus Wade is struck down.
When I was in my senior year of college and found out that I was pregnant, I didn't even have a second thought. And I was lucky enough to not have to think through all of the logistics and all of that. I just knew, oh, there's a Planned Parenthood health center down the street.
California is where women are traveling to for abortions.
And we've hired a patient navigator. And this person's job is to help people from other states come to us and get the care they need.
Planned Parenthood clinics in the Southland are already seeing a surge. An abortion aid program has been created so no one is turned away.
That means paying for travel, paying for hotels, paying for gas, and just overall helping make sure that they're getting what they need.
An average of 4 out-of-state patients per month would come to Orange and San Bernardino Planned Parenthood health centers for care before Texas passed its abortion law. Once it took effect in September 2021, that number jumped to 18 women on average a month. And doctors estimate that if Roe v. Wade falls, 40 new patients per week will travel to Orange and San Bernardino clinics for abortions. It's a burden that Andrea Schmidt never had.
My heart breaks for those people who aren't going to be able to access the care and ultimately will not have control of their own life and their own destiny the way that I was fortunate enough to be able to have.
Planned Parenthood says the women who are traveling here now for the care are primarily coming from the states of Texas and Arizona. That's the latest live in Santa Ana. I'm Michelle Gili. Pat, back to you.
All right. Thanks so much, Michelle.